Henry and Jessica met during their university days in Lagos. Henry studied engineering and Jessica studied business administration. They often visited the small cafe where Henry first noticed Jessica sitting by the window, always with her books and a cup of tea. After weeks of just watching her from afar, Henry finally got the courage to talk to her. He asked if he could sit with her, and she smiled and said yes. They quickly became friends, meeting regularly at the cafe to talk about their studies and dreams. They liked each other's company and soon fell in love. After graduation, they both found good jobs in Lagos. Even though they were busy, they always found time for each other, going to family gatherings, dinners, and the beach. One evening at the beach, Henry asked Jessica to marry him, and she happily said yes. Their wedding was a beautiful day filled with family, friends, and lots of joy. They promised to love and care for each other forever. After the celebration, they moved into their new home, feeling excited and happy about their future together. The next morning, after breakfast, they decided to open the wedding gifts in their living room. Jessica handed a small box to Henry. "Let's see what's inside," she said with a smile. Henry opened the box and found some nice teacups. "These are pretty," he said, showing them to Jessica. "They are. We can use them when friends visit." They continued opening the gift. There were pots, pans, glasses, and knives. Everything they needed for their new home. Henry smiled. It's just right. Finally, Jessica picked up a small shiny box. They found a set of jewelry, a gold necklace, and a matching bracelet. The jewelry was beautiful, and they couldn't stop looking at it. "These are amazing. It's so pretty." She couldn't wait to wear it. Henry picked up the bracelet and wore it. And without Jessica thinking much about it, she also put the necklace around her neck. "It looks perfect," she said. Once they wore the jewelry, they felt happy. They shared a smile, feeling pleased with their gift. As they finished opening the last few presents, their home was now filled with gifts from their family and friends. The room felt warm and inviting, a place where they could start their life together. "I think we've done enough for today," Henry said, stretching his arms. "Let's take it easy for the rest of the day." They spent the afternoon relaxing, talking about their future and enjoying their new home. A few days after opening their wedding present, Jessica made breakfast one morning. After Henry took a bite, he looked at it and said, "It's good. Maybe it needs a little more salt." "If you don't like it, then make your own breakfast." "I didn't mean to upset you." But Jessica was already getting up from the table. "I am not cooking anything for you again." She stomped out of the room. Henry was left sitting alone at the table, confused. He didn't understand why Jessica was so angry because he said the meal needed a little salt. It was just a small comment about food, nothing serious, but it felt like something had changed between them. From that day, little things started to bother them both. Jessica would get annoyed if Henry didn't put things away properly. Henry would feel upset if Jessica spent too much time at work. They began arguing over things they used to laugh about. Their families noticed the change too. Jessica's mother called one evening. "Is everything okay? Jessica, you don't sound like yourself." Jessica tried to brush it off. "We are just tired from work, Mom. Everything is fine." But it wasn't just Jessica's family. Henry's brother also noticed something was wrong. "Henry, you seem stressed. Is everything okay between you and Jessica?" Henry forced a smile. "No, we are just busy. There's nothing to worry about, my brother." But both families knew that something wasn't right. They could see that Henry and Jessica weren't as happy as they used to be. They started avoiding talking about their feelings to each other. They didn't laugh or joke like before. The love they once felt in their home was beginning to fade, replaced by frustration and sadness. One evening, Henry came home late from work. He had been caught up in a long meeting and didn't have time to call Jessica. When he walked through the door, Jessica was waiting for him in the living room. "Why didn't you call?" "I was busy, Jessica. It was just a meeting." "You could have at least sent a message." Henry dropped his bag on the floor. "I don't see why this should be a big deal." "It's a big deal. You always do this. You never think about how I feel." Henry felt his temper rising. "Jessica, you never stop complaining. Can't we have one evening without a fight?" The argument escalated with both of them raising their voices. The loving couple who once couldn't stand being apart now couldn't seem to stand being together. The days went by. Something strange was starting to happen. One night, Jessica went to bed feeling uneasy. As she slept, she had a scary dream. In the dream, she was alone in a dark room. Henry walked in, but he looked angry and was holding a knife. He came closer and closer, and Jessica felt very scared. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. She woke up. Suddenly, her heart was pounding. The next morning, Jessica felt anxious. She tried to forget about the dream, but it stayed in her mind. She hoped it was just a bad dream and that everything would be okay. That same night, Henry also had a scary dream too. In his dream, he was in their living room, which was very dark. Jessica came in, but she looked different. Her eyes were glowing and she was holding a knife. Henry felt frightened and tried to run, but he couldn't move. He woke up suddenly, his heart racing. The next morning, Henry and Jessica saw each other and tried to act normal. Neither of them mentioned the scary dreams they had. They both thought it was just stress or tiredness from work, but the dreams made them feel uneasy around each other. Each night, the dreams continued. Jessica dreamed of Henry being angry and coming at her with a knife. Henry dreamt of Jessica looking scary and holding a knife. They began to worry about going to sleep, afraid of what they might dream about next. Their daily life was affected. Jessica would jump if Henry moved suddenly, and Henry would get upset if Jessica asked simple questions. They tried to be normal, but they couldn't ignore the fear they felt from each other's presence. One day, Jessica's friend Bella called. "Hi Jessica, how are you?" "Hi Bella, I'm not doing so great. To be honest, I really needed to talk to you about something important." "Of course, what's going on?" "Henry and I have been having a lot of problems. It's been getting worse, and I'm thinking that maybe we should consider getting a divorce." Bella was quiet for a moment, letting the words sink in. "Divorce? That's a big step. Are you sure that's what you want?" "I don't know. I just feel like we've tried everything and nothing seems to work. I'm feeling lost and unhappy." "I understand that you're feeling upset, but divorce is a serious decision. Before making any final choices, I would suggest that you speak to a marriage therapist. Or is there something else to this that you're not telling me?" "Bella, I've been having strange dreams. And this all started just barely a month after we got married. Henry is always chasing me with a knife and he's always wanting to kill me in the dream." Jessica. No, this is beyond the physical. See, we are not seeing a marriage therapist. We are going to church. I think God would have to intervene in this one." "What? And you have been keeping quiet all this time?" "Bella, see, I didn't want to bother anybody. See, I've not even told anybody about this dream. I'm just trying to keep it to myself. I can't even tell Henry about it. I can't even stand him, Bella. I can't." "Jessica, okay, you know what? First thing tomorrow morning, we're going to see my pastor. I'm going to fix an appointment. I'm calling him right away. This is beyond the physical. Read my lips. This is beyond the physical, and you cannot fight this with physical weapons. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself." "Okay, thank you, Bella. Bye." Jessica and Bella arrived at Pastor Emmanuel's office one sunny afternoon. The office was quiet and peaceful. Pastor Emmanuel welcomed them with a kind smile. "Hello, Jessica and Bella. How can I help you today?" Jessica looked worried. "Pastor, we've been having many problems. Bella said I should talk to you because it feels like something is wrong." "Okay, let's pray." They prayed and Jessica felt a little calmer. After the prayer, Pastor Emmanuel looked at Jessica with concern. "There is something very wrong. It is the necklace you're wearing." Jessica touched the gold necklace she got as a wedding gift. "This necklace? It was a present. I didn't think it was important, but I've been feeling very uneasy." "That necklace is cursed, Jessica. It's enchanted, which is why you couldn't resist wearing it from the very first day. It is causing all the problems. You must take it off. Besides, let me ask you, when you got all the wedding presents, did you even take time to pray over all the presents before you started opening them?" "No, we didn't, sir." "Why? Do you think everyone who comes to every wedding comes with good intention?" "Jessica, anyway, you need to take it off now." Interestingly, as soon as Jessica took off the necklace and placed it on the pastor's table, the necklace disappeared. Jessica was shocked, including Bella, but the pastor wasn't surprised. "Jessica, do you even have a relationship with God? Have you been taking your faith seriously?" "No, I haven't been serious about it. I've been carried away by my new life, marriage, husband, and work. Now is the time to change that. Let's rededicate your life to Christ." Jessica prayed with Pastor Emmanuel, asking God to help her. After the prayer, she felt stronger and more helpful. "Thank you, sir. Jessica, you must go home immediately and pray with your husband. Your husband is in danger, and he also has the bracelet on. Am I right?" "Yes, he does. He has been hearing voices telling him to hurt you and then hurt himself. So as soon as you get home, please pray and ask God to take control. And when he comes in, speak to him and take off the bracelet." "But Pastor, I don't know if you will listen to me. We've not been on talking terms." "Jessica, just do as I say. Go home. God has already gone ahead of you, okay?" Jessica felt lighter after speaking to Pastor Emmanuel. She was ready to make things right with Henry. So before he came back, she was praying intensely that God will soften his heart and cause the atmosphere to be saturated with his power so that no argument will arise between them. Henry came back home at 8 p.m. Jessica sat him down and she told him all that she had experienced that day, what the pastor told her about the necklace that she wore that was cursed. Henry looked surprised. "What do you mean?" "The necklace and the bracelets are cursed. As long as we put it on, we will never have peace in our home. I know I have wronged you. Please, I'm sorry. I'm ready to start this life again. I'm ready to do life with you. Please, can we just pray together? Can you forgive me?" Henry looked at her and they held hands and started praying. As they prayed intensely, asking God for protection, holding each other's hand, something amazing happened. The bracelet on Henry's wrist, which had been given to him as a wedding gift as well, suddenly disappeared. Henry was shocked, but he knew it was a sign that their prayers were working. They hugged each other. Their home felt peaceful again, and it looked like a heavy burden had been lifted from their family. Their bad feelings were gone and they were happy. Jessica and Henry learned a very important lesson. Always pray over any gift you receive and always put God first in your relationship. They promised to keep praying together and stay close to God. They knew that by doing this, their love will stay strong and their home will be filled with peace. If you love the story, please do not forget to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you know of anyone who had experienced horror stories after getting a wedding present? I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.